Rock the Dwayne Johnson, John Cena, why is Dave Bautista, Andre the Giant, sexy Kevin Nash, Edge, the star of The Big Show show, The Big Show. Even before The Rock became the highest grossing movie actor in the world, many wrestlers always had one eye on Hollywood for their post-in-ring career. The expenses are better, if not the pay, the travel is nowhere near as arduous, and most crucially, you're not filling up your bump card night after night at house shows, slowly chipping away at your body. Even Triple H, who seems like a WWE lifer, had 2 goes at a second career, starring in Blade Trinity before getting his own movie The Chaperone in 2011, which Prophet87 on IMDb praised as actually quite decent. That needs to be on the poster, The Chaperone, actually quite decent. The law of Hollywood has long been a problem with WWE's main event stars, with The Rock, Bautista and Cena either stepping away completely or becoming increasingly part-time while at the top of the company to pursue their chances on the silver screen. So while WWE will likely be very happy that their top lady wrestler Becky Lynch has suddenly got over in the entertainment world, you've also got to think they're concerned about what that means for her future. After wrestling around the world in her teens and early 20s, Becky actually quit for a bit to get her acting degree. She continued acting classes throughout her time at WWE to improve on selling and promos, and even now in self-isolation, she's revealed in an interview that she's doing acting classes online. It's one of the reasons her performances on WWE TV are so compelling, and that, combined with her sustained push at the top of the company, has reportedly made the entertainment world take note. The Wrestling Observer newsletter is reporting that many people in the entertainment industry are very interested in Lynch because of her ability to connect with crowds. She's set to be prominently featured in a major national women's magazine soon, which will only increase that awareness. WrestlingNews.co adds that they've been told of at least 2 directors that would be interested in casting her in big movie projects. Apparently, a big reason behind this, on top of her acting ability and WWE popularity, is her excellent social media game, which has helped her a lot when it comes to being considered for roles. WrestlingNews.co says Paul Heyman is partly responsible for this, as he's been helping Lynch with her Twitter strategy in certain feuds. The report also says Roman Reigns has been getting more acting offers after his cameo in The Rock's Fast and Furious spin-off movie Hobbs and Shaw. He's next set to appear in David Spade's Netflix film The Wrong Missy, set for release on the 13th of May, which has helped him get interest from Hollywood producers for other projects, as he has the look of a star who will come off well on TV shows. You gotta love that wet hair, which is actually one of the main reasons WWE pushed him so hard. Who would you like to see Becky Lynch play in a film? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying to people from out of quarantine saying the correct answer is the live-action Kim Possible. And Becky's already set to appear in her first big TV role outside WWE. Thanks for your support on Patreon, the Blakesman Craft Blakenter. After starring in 2018's WWE Studios film The Marine 6 Close Quarters, Becky's first high-profile acting role outside of the promotion will air this Sunday on Showtime with the Season 5 premiere of Billions. While promoting the show to TV Insider, she was asked how Vince McMahon might fare in the series, which, for context, is about an attorney trying to bring a stock market manager to justice, a role which McMahon is now particularly well suited for, just instead of acting classes, he's just getting served multiple lawsuits accusing him and his company for dodgy corporate dealings. Becky wisely didn't bring any of that up in her answer, but she did let a very interesting tidbit slip about next Sunday's Money in the Bank. I think Vince would do pretty well on this show. The eccentric character that he is, Vince is such a larger-than-life character. At the same time, I watched him the other day demonstrate falling off a tower at 74 years old without a bother, brushing his shoulders off and standing up again. This demonstration presumably took place at WWE's TV tapings over last weekend, where they shot 2 weeks of Raw, SmackDown and NXT, along with next Sunday's Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which will see the annual Money in the Bank match get the movie-style treatment of WrestleMania's Firefly Funhouse and Boneyard matches, as male and female participants, which WWE announced yesterday will take place at the same time, have to fight their way up WWE's headquarters in Stamford, where they'll then fight in a ring on the roof of the building. It's wrestling Die Hard. They're literally climbing the corporate ladder, a joke WWE seem to be very proud of, as they mention it on commentary every other sentence. We know from leaked photos of the set that the final part will see a ladder match take place on top of the building. And if Vince was demonstrating how to fall off a tower just a week or so ago, when the match would have been taped, that implies someone is taking an insane, albeit pre-produced, bump. Who do you think it will be out of the already confirmed entrants? Otis, Aleister Black, Rey Mysterio, Daniel Bryan, Nia Jax, Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans or Carmella? Let me know in the comments down below. Becky being around for Vince's demonstration implies she might also feature in the match, perhaps brawling with Baszler to take her out of contention. Let's see how some of those entrants qualified though in last night's episode of SmackDown in about 4 minutes. The show opened with Daniel Bryan cutting an impassioned promo about Money in the Bank and how it started his own climbing of the corporate ladder in WWE. But not even Daniel Bryan, 9 years after his Money in the Bank win, can escape the pull of King Corbin's mid-card vortex. After beating up Bryan's buddy Drew Gulak the week before, Corbin wrestled him in a decent match here, which anticlimactically ended when Corbin threw a ladder at Bryan and got disqualified. Who knew using a weapon in a match in front of the referee would automatically lose you the match? This ain't Dynamite, mate. Feeling the mid-card vortex's gravitational pull, Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro came out to help Corbin beat Bryan up in the post-match. Braun Strowman's promo was interrupted by a Bray Wyatt Firefly Funhouse, who told a story of the Black Sheep, calling back to Strowman's Wyatt family history. Braun wanted them to go face to face, but Wyatt just waved goodbye, goodbye, bye. Sheamus squashed Evolve's Leon Ruff next, and then threatened to be waiting for Jeff Hardy and his return on next week's SmackDown. Mandy Rose took on Carmella in a Climb the Corporate Ladder qualifying match, which saw Sonya Deville come out to distract Mandy, neatly bringing up what happened this time last year, that Sonya gave Rose her Money in the Bank spot and Mandy still lost. The distraction allowed Carmella to capitalize with a super kick for the win. Deville then brutally beat down Mandy, using the ring steps with a fiery intensity. Deville gets better and better every week, with her promo last Friday and now this excellent beatdown spot. After they stood tall in last week's brawl, the Forgotten Sons took on the New Day in a non-title match with Miz and Morrison on commentary, where the Sons got a relatively clean win over the champions. A title shot is presumably in their future, as SmackDown continues to flesh out their tag team division with multiple possible challengers. Sasha Banks tried to get some Team Bad points with Tamina backstage ahead of Tamina's shot at Bayley's SmackDown Women's title, but nobody's more observant than Tamina, as she pretty coolly caught Bayley's sneak attack by grabbing her by the throat. Then we got Lacey Evans jumping in for all the SmackDown women, brawling around backstage. Dolph Ziggler cut a brilliant emotional promo backstage with Deville next, claiming he's going to beat Otis, win Money in the Bank, cash in, become champion again, and ultimately comfort Mandy Rose once Sonya had destroyed her. Sonya and Ziggler are really elevating what could have just been a throwaway soap opera storyline. Full credit to WWE for giving this the focus it deserves. While Otis and Ziggler's main event qualifier match didn't have the emotional stakes of their WrestleMania encounter, the context and storyline running into it actually made the action very dramatic, with Otis getting a shock victory with the Caterpillar and qualifying for Climb the Corporate Ladder in the Bank. Your future Mr. Money in the Bank, Otis! No, think bigger. Your future WWE Champion, Otis! No, bigger than that. The next cameo star for the Season 6 premiere of Showtime series Billions. That's when you know you've made it. That was this week's SmackDown in about 4 minutes. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below and press the I above my head to cast your vote. This was yet another effective build for Climb the Corporate Ladder in the Bank, with pretty much everyone on the show looking good, stories being built effectively, and Sonya Deville absolutely knocking it out of the park. This SmackDown gets a smacktastic? Is there heat backstage between WWE and Roman Reigns? Click the video on the right to find out what's happened. And are we getting AEW versus Ring of Honor? Click the video beneath that to watch Luke and Laurie discuss in the latest Wrestle Talk podcast. And subscribe to Parts Unknown, as we've got a brand new No Rolls Barred in the year 3000 going live tomorrow. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.